Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today's session, we are going to discuss about Kubernetes installation prerequisites, Open Container Initiative, OCI Standards, as well as which container runtime we need to select. Okay, now we are going to set up Kubernetes. So here we are saying that two methods. One is data center method. Some companies who are looking for some security, right? More security, they will go for on-premises Kubernetes, data center Kubernetes. So first, let us try to understand Kubernetes. Let us try to install Kubernetes in the data center. So once in configure our Kubernetes, the cloud as well. So if you want to install Kubernetes in the on-premises, right, different methods are there. Currently, let us observe. So it will simplify the steps. Whatever steps you are going to install Kubernetes in the data center, right, we'll try to simplify the steps as well. So let us try to install that. Okay. So here 2013, they started Kubernetes Docker. So managed by community, they donate to community. From there, they're using the Docker here. Same way, Google developed Rocket. It's similar to Docker, right? So which is following OCI standards. OCI nothing but Open Container Initiative. Docker classes we observe, right? Docker. So whoever working on the containerization, right, they need to follow some standards. Because currently we are saying that different products for the containerization. Docker, Rocket, Containerd, different things are we are saying. Also Kubernetes, different things, Docker Swarm, different products we are saying that. So example, so creating file, script, and image, and running container. Here we are seeing multiple stages, right? Example, Docker. Also, some Rocket, previous product, okay, Containerd. Okay, Podman. Different products are there. They need to follow same standards. Whenever you are writing any script, right, they need to follow same. We are creating Docker file, right? Docker file. And also some other stage, storing your image. What are the products we are going to use? We are using container registry, Docker Hub, JFrog. Okay, container registry, Docker Hub. Okay, Docker Hub, JFrog, Nexus, different products are there. So all these products, they need to follow some standards. Same way, whenever you're running container, okay, run container. Container. At the time also, they need to follow some standards. So OCI will make sure, OCI, Open Container Initiative, is a community. It will make sure we need to follow some standards, same standards. Right? So whatever tools you are using, first they need to approve with. Example, if they are releasing Docker, right? Let us say Docker is a new product. They are trying to release a Docker new product. First, they need to follow OCI standards. Then only they will approve. Right? They will approve. Same way other products as well. So that we can make sure same format of writing files, script, also converting image, also running container. Also. Different stages, we can make sure they will follow different vendors. They'll follow the same standards. In this way, we can use OCI standards. Okay. Just see. Initially, whenever you are using Docker, right? Example, just see Docker. Suppose if you want to communicate with Kubernetes, right? Here there is another part called Docker shim, right? It's a third-party one. It's not part of Kubernetes, right? It's not part of Kubernetes. The request should go through Docker shim, right? So it's a security violation. So for that, they depreciated Docker shim. They depreciated Docker shim. So just see here, Docker shim is there, right? Instead of that, directly they are contacting Docker directly. They depreciated Docker shim. Now they are trying to contact Docker. Okay. So just see this previous one, kubelet and CRA Docker shim. After that, Docker and containerd. Here they depreciated Docker. Suppose if you want to use Docker, we can use CRI. We can install CRI and we can use that. So here there won't be any changes for the Docker file. If you are creating any Docker file, right, there won't be any change. Whatever container runtime you are using, there won't be any issue here. That is the advantage if you follow OCI standards. So you use container runtime, yeah. But if you want to use it for some other container runtime, right, you can use it. Docker file is the advantage. Next. So nowadays, by default, Kubernetes will providing containerd. Instead of Docker, it is providing the depreciated Docker containerd. We are using containerd. Okay. So just see, containerd also open source. Containerd. Okay. Industry standard container runtime with simplicity, robustness, and portability. So here you can see this picture as well. Containerd. Different clouds. We can use different clouds also. Okay. So whatever terms currently we are discussing, right? Once we install on-premises Kubernetes, then we'll come to know. Suppose if you are creating cloud Kubernetes, right? Because these cloud Kubernetes will be managed by cloud vendor. We don't have any chance to look into the inside that things. That's why let us try to install our on-prem Kubernetes so that we can see some components inside. So Docker depreciated Docker shim using Docker shim, right? Suppose if you now we are using Docker containerd. Still, if you want to use Docker also, we can need to use one more component, CRI component. You can use that. Okay. Next. But there won't be any change in the usage of Docker. Still, we can use Docker. Here you are just changing runtime only, but there won't be any changes. But here one more thing we need to remember. Kubernetes, we are saying nodes, right? Master node, worker node, right? These are container runtimes. So here you can use Docker or containerd. Docker or containerd. Same way here also, right? Docker or containerd. You can use anyone. Whenever you are taking any worker nodes, so which container runtime you are using, right? Whether it is Docker or containerd.